Good morning, everybody. It is early. It's probably like 6 o'clock in the morning right now, but I thought it would be a good time to bring you in the garden. It's been raining for like, I don't know, a whole week, and we still have more to come. But we have a break in the rain right now, and I just wanted to show you around real quick. When you first enter my garden, my Vigo garden bed is to the left, and as you can see, all the beets that we planted the other day are starting to come up on both ends. I haven't seen the carrots poke through in the middle yet, but that's okay. They will be showing themselves soon, I'm sure. On this trellis, we have these sweet pea flowers. They're starting to come up, which is fantastic. I can't wait to see them in bloom. And in this bucket, I have a ton of lemon balm. So I really struggled to get my lemon balm going. I think I got one little plant and it's not doing so great. But I reached out to my community board, and someone from my community said that they had a ton of lemon balm, and she was super kind to dig it up. Excuse me. And I got 2 5-gallon buckets full of lemon balm, so I will have plenty to make this year. It looks like I got some just regular mint as well, and this is what the lemon balm looks like. And also someone from my work gave me some lemon balm as well. And over here on the trellis, I'm telling you, these mosquitoes are out of control this year. But anyway, on this trellis are our peas. They're looking really good. They've really enjoyed the rain and the cool weather. And in the center are the radishes. So I'm hoping that we will be able to start harvesting those soon. And then as we turn around and come to the first raised bed, it's starting to fill up. I came out here in the rain the other day to get things planted because it's time. They were getting a little sad in their pots. And I don't know if you remember, but in these 2 squares, I had a ton of onions planted out. And I actually have a cutworm problem. So I'm trying to remediate that. I'm trying to get it under control. I've been digging the cutworm caterpillars out of the ground and giving them to my chickens, and I'm taking all precautions that I possibly can. I'll show you some things that I've done. But right here are our celery plants. I put 2 in each square. This is a Ragged Jack or Red Russian kale. This is a cauliflower. It's getting munched on. We'll see what happens with it. This is our chives in those 2 squares. We have some dazzling blue kale, and then in the square behind the kale, I have 2 pepper plants. So the rule book of square foot gardening says to only put 1 pepper per square, but I don't always follow rules. So I put 2, and those are the Corno de Toro sweet peppers. Here we have 2 Jimmy Nardello peppers. And I think those are the Jedi hot peppers in those 2 squares. And in the back here we have different kinds of tomatoes. It looks like they're just random tomatoes. But I wanted to show you one of the ways that I am trying to stop the cutworms from getting to my plants. So around the tomatoes, I took toilet paper rolls that I cut in half, and then, well, I cut lengthwise first, and then I cut it in half, and I just put it around the base of the tomato to act as like a plant collar to stop the cutworms from destroying all of my hard work. And another thing I wanted to quickly show you is that I experimented by topping my peppers this year, at least most of them, and as you can see, they're starting to bush out. we'll see what the harvest looks like. But I just wanted to do the experiment to see if it would make a difference. And then I guess we'll go this way. As you can see, I mean, I still have a lot of space in this bed. So I plan on putting like a squash plant here and just filling up the rest of the squares with whatever I can. All right, and then around the base of my trellises, I planted our rattlesnake pole beans, and they're all starting to come up except for that one back there. But we have some there, there, and here. And this is our garlic jungle, looking amazing. And I don't know if you can tell, but we have, oh my goodness, we have scapes starting to show themselves. So that's super exciting. Those will be harvested sometime within the next month, I would say. And the scapes only show up on the hardneck garlic. And what they'll do is they'll get really long and they'll curl, and that's when you harvest them. You want to harvest the scapes so that the garlic can still continue to focus on producing that nice big bulb that you're looking for. So that is exciting. And here in the middle is all of my cabbages. They're all looking really, really good. I mean, check that out. How pretty is that? And then on the right side, we have 2 broccoli plants and 2 cauliflower plants. The cauliflower isn't looking great, but the broccoli looks really good. All right. And over here, tons of plants waiting to get planted, some that I'm rehoming. But this is some of the onions that the cutworms haven't gotten to yet, thank God. And what I did is I put toothpicks around the base of the onions to prevent the cutworms from coming and like chopping down these plants. Once the stems get a little bit thicker, I'll take the toothpicks out, but for now they need to stay. So here we have some more celery, we have 2 more Jimmy Nardello pepper plants, we have another broccoli which is looking absolutely fantastic. And then this is what's left of my spinach. I think I had 4 squares full of spinach, but the cutworms took out all the rest of it. This is what's left. And this is just to kind of give you an idea of like what their destruction looks like. So this was a plant that was right here. It looked a lot like this one. It was just a little bit bigger. And basically the cutworms come and just cut right at the base and take the plant out. So I took popsicle sticks and put them around the base of these plants to prevent the cutworms from taking them out. Hopefully, because what it does is it makes it so the cutworm can't wrap around the plant and do whatever it does to it. And here we have 2 Carmen sweet pepper plants. In the back here we have some more tomatoes. Looks like these are all speckled Roman. And what I did is I just took some of my old flimsy pots. I've used these multiple years in a row. And I just made another plant collar with them because I really don't want my garden to be destroyed. And I think these are just speckled Roman paste tomatoes. All the tomatoes in my garden are indeterminate tomatoes, so I will have to find a way to trellis them. I think I'm just going to use some old sticks, you know, sticks from the woods back there. because we got a lot. So, and I'll figure out how to make a trellis. Maybe I'll do like the Florida weave or something like that. More celery. Looks like we have some carrots coming up here, which is fantastic. There are some weeds too, but that's okay. Doesn't look like my rutabaga is popping up yet. More onions. And then these are all 10 Fingers of Italy paste tomatoes. Now I planted 1 per square and I didn't leave any room in between. They are indeterminate varieties, so I think that by me trellising them up something, that 1 square per tomato will be just fine. But I'm just experimenting, figuring out what works. More rattlesnake pole beans. We need some sunshine so they don't look so yellow and they get greener. I did plant rattlesnake pole beans on the ends of this trellis. I was going to stick cucumbers in the middle, but those ones haven't come up yet, so I'm just going to keep an eye on that. And over here, more onions with toothpicks around them. I have another dazzling blue kale. Tons of weeds. And that is a Matt's Wild Cherry tomato. And I think the rest of those are all Amish paste. Again, I made the plant collars for them, hoping that the cutworms can't get to them. There is more onions with toothpicks. It seems to be working. No more onions have been mowed down. I gotta fill this raised bed, but first I have to weed whack it and then put cardboard down and then I'll fill it. And this one is where we planted the corn, and it looks like we have a corn baby popping up. We'll see how this goes. So I did 5 rows with 6 corn plants in each. It might be too much, might crowd each other, but we'll find out. Not too worried about it. But Abe was definitely hinting around to me getting corn planted, so I did, and that's really it. I mean, the garden is looking really good. Despite all the rain we got, I think it really helped. Still have a lot of stuff to plant, a lot of stuff to do, but we're getting there. Looking pretty good. Thanks for hanging out.